Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Lich's Archives. And joining us for episode 25. I think today is going to be a good one. Really not much else to go on and talk about there, so why don't we just jump on into this. Last we left off with our oh so wonderful heroes, inflictHeroics. You guys have been up to a couple of things again. Same as last time, looking into Bola. You've made your way there, you've had a couple of dealings, and you've had a couple of run-ins. Over the course of this investigation, over the course of these interactions, Asi and Arod, you guys have been doing some scouting, you've talked to a couple of orcs, you've done your best to steer things in the best way possible, making some deals to go and get an orb or some sort of rock in order to stop the orcs from joining. Meanwhile, Cole and Shalashar, you guys spent a bit more time dealing with the people of Fey Pond. Specifically, Shalashar, you and Zap. You've had a couple of run-ins, you've managed to end up on the wrong side of this wizard after misspeaking about whether or not you heard voices in your head when he saw you investigating the pond.
I'm innocent.
So
that's what they all say.
After being informed that, maybe you guys need to get things going, you stole a horse, made all haste to get to Asi and Arod, had another conversation there where you guys decided maybe you're not quite ready for this. Arod had counted 50 people on the wall. Asi, as I said, they made a couple of deals, they needed to go get a rock, so you guys briefly split up. What could go wrong? Leaving the party, split once again as it was before. Turns out a couple of things. As you went back, you got Domond, you fixed this axle that was broken, you got into their good wishes, and you guys headed back. Meanwhile, Ko somehow stumbled, talked his way into a meeting with Bola. He was informed that he will have to stay as a guest. Shalashar had gone hunting earlier that day, and an attempt on his life was made. He managed to survive this with the help of Arod. You guys returned to the road, decided to hang up a couple of bodies. Zap showed up. He somehow, with some magical means, got Arod to fire a couple of arrows at you, all in good fun, I'm sure, before disappearing for some reason, leaving you alive and letting Arod return to his senses. You guys had a brief conversation about that. Domon showed up with Asi, and you guys again returned to planning at what it is that you were going to do. Cole, you tried to escape. You went to the kitchen, you talked to a couple of people, and you didn't really have much luck, but to show your unrest, you decided to stay unrested. Now, I will mention that we are playing with the weary travel rules still, so this means that long rests are harder to get. You guys haven't really dealt with this too much because we've been staying in mostly towns. But in this case, a long rest out here still is more like a short rest. Just so we are all on the same page for that, so just keep that in mind. And then for regaining health points, you will be rolling hit dice instead of going to full. With all of that in mind, you guys made your way into the keep. You came up with a plan, actually, as I believe is what happened. Dolmont and his crew was supposed to set up some sort of distraction, while you guys were going to walk up. And that's exactly what you did. Salin, Arod's father, recognized him. They had a brief conversation. You guys basically said, we're here to talk to Bola, we're here to rejoin, to come back into the fold, and to just, see what's going on there. And you somehow even got Cole passed off to you as he was staying with Salin. Once you got in with Bola, we hear fireworks going off in the distance as you guys close the door behind you. Something happens, and you guys had to make a couple of wisdom saves. And then hearing the fireworks, Asi quickly throws a bow out towards Arod, and I believe you were just going to stab Bola.
Yeah.
Alright, that is correct. Now.
Yeah, I said as soon as the fireworks go off, I move to get behind him and attack.
Well, why don't we start right now with everybody rolling some initiative for me.
Initiative roll.
Yes, roll that.
I don't get this a 5 round, even though I was not prepared for this.
So I will get all of you to roll those. I'm going to try to find...
I've been waiting for this distraction the whole time. Okay.
One second. I'm
Okay.
trying to come up with a solution here where I can put this up and it not being a big problem for me of blowing out my screen every time I do it. Alright.
I am like so
Seems like
freaking
things are
nervous
getting
to
a
roll
little
my dice
tricky
right now.
for
I
me
haven't
here.
actually done it yet. I'm still like, oh, cause like this determines a lot right now.
You ought to be kidding me. Alright, we're good.
Dirty 20.
Oh, hold on, I will be asking you guys.
I know. I felt like I was gonna roll below a 5.
Alright. 20 to 25.
20.
Alright. 15 to 20.
19.
16. Are you rounding out the party, Kurt?
Yeah.
What
Are
did
you
you
making
go
up
for?
for mine up?
12.
12.
Okay, that's not a 5. That's I was expecting more.
That's off the board. That's pretty good.
Alright. Allow me to quickly set the scene as to where it is that you guys are. Bolar's room, Bolar's office, Bolar's whatever it is that you would like to call it, is a circular chamber. It's not overly large, it may be 50 feet from end to end. There is a desk off on the side, there's a couple of weapon racks around the area, as well as, a giant rug in the middle of this place. And that's probably the only real decor. The walls in here, it looks like they are rough hewn, it's, again, you guys are inside of basically a mountain that they've been trying to hollow out and build the cavity out of. Bola himself is a very tall oak. He has several piercings. He has a big, giant black mohawk that he keeps, combed as best as he can, but it's definitely a bit sloppy. And then his entire bottom jaw has been tattooed black. That being said, Assy, it is your turn.
Yep.
As you move towards him, I believe.
I immediately move behind him. Because, that sweet flanking, right?
Fantastic. He's going to use a reaction to make an attack against you, because he has a legendary reaction.
Fuck you!
Does an 18 hit?
What the fuck do you think? Yeah.
Can it politely not?
Alright, fantastic.
I did ask politely.
So as you move behind him, he just kind of like whips his head back into your face, and you're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's okay, I'm still attempting to stab him.
And at the same time, you guys see like he reaches down for his blade, and he goes, "I knew I couldn't trust ya." It is your turn, Assy.
So I have advantage because flanking, yes?
At this point, no, because no one's around him, and he has made an attack against you, so he is fully aware that you're there.
Okay, so can I hold, my attack action until somebody gets in front of him?
I don't think you can make a sneak attack if you hold an action. Let me double check. You might be able to, in which case you can.
It's any attack if I remember correctly.
It's alright, it takes me but a second to pull this up.
Because I know assassinate, like the sneak
Once
attack.
per turn, you can deal extra to a creature you attack if you have advantage on the attack.
And you get advantage
Yep,
if
you
you're
can do it
higher on
once
the
per
initiative.
turn. So yep, you can hold it because you haven't done it yet.
Yeah. So I'm going to hold my attack for somebody to get up in his face.
Fantastic. Up next
So
we
I'm gonna like as I'm moving around behind him and drawing my blades, I yell out, to A-Rod, hey, green problem.
You got it. I'm gonna pull out my rapier. Am I next in the initiative order?
yes,
Yes,
you're
you
up,
are.
and then Shalasha you follow, and then he gets to have a turn. Is that your turn, Assie?
I think I have something to do. I can do with my bonus action, maybe.
You
Correct.
are a rogue bard, so you have a couple of choices for sure.
So as a bonus action, I'm using that. I'm using that little like call out to A-Rod to give him bardic inspiration.
I will take that. What is it, D4?
It is a D6 actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is 1 up from a 4.
Yeah. That is the last inspiration I have, but you know,
I love
hit him hard, hit him fast.
So I guess well, never mind. I already get sneak attack since I'm higher in the initiative order.
Yep.
Who do you?
If you're higher in the initiative, or you have advantage.
Yep.
You get advantage.
You should get advantage because
Never mind, just flanking
we're on
itself.
both sides of him, right?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I get advantage anyway because I'm an assassin rogue. And I went before him, so we're both gonna get a sneak attack off.
Alright, in
yeah.
that case, both of you can roll your attacks to hit, and let's see what happens.
It's a dirty 20.
Dude, that will hit.
Ooh, what's my bonus? My rapier plus 5. 17 plus 5
That will hit.
is 23, right?
22.
22, okay.
So both of you can roll your damage, and Shalasha, you are up next.
22 points of damage.
22 points of damage as you like move towards him, like stick him in the ribs. His hand is still crossed as he's trying to
I'm
get
gonna
his
twist
blade
that
out.
blade in there.
Ooh.
Eat shit, Bolar.
15.
15 points of damage. You stab him in the side.
Plus 3. 18.
18. Alright, so both of you stab into him, you telling him to eat shit. Anything else you would like to do with your turn, A-Rod?
I would like to use my movement to... I know I'm gonna get an attack of opportunity, but I'm gonna back out. Actually, I can use the disengage
You can?
Yep.
for my cunning action. So I'll cunning action disengage and go to the other side of the room, put away my rapier, and draw my bow.
Alright. Because he's like crossing to grab his sword, you kind of like cross around his elbow, keeping his arm as almost like a shield between you and the blade as you like move past him. Shalasha, you're
So if he get close enough, I can just give him a high five on the way past.
Oh yeah. We'll do a little.
take out.
Just over his shoulder and just high five quickly as he's going by.
I'm going to, using my free action, I'm going to reach around, grab both parts of my axe, and snap them together, twist the head on. I'm going to take my movement up in front of him, at which point I'm going to slam my cuffs together, making the sparks appear, because I have the working gauntlets, powder gloves. And I'm going to use it to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay,
No.
okay.
He has half movement speed while he's in it, and then it's 3d10s of damage on his turn when he starts there.
Well, you might as well roll those now because he is up next. Is that everything you're doing with your turn? As you move towards him, pulling out your axe and casting this spell?
Yes. Sorry, not 3d10s, d8s. I think I'm drunk. Yep. Say, what did I put something fucking right?
Does he get any sort of save against this?
When he casts a spell, he doesn't get any number of creatures. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
On a successful save, the creature takes half as much.
Fantastic.
What are you
I'm
hitting him
guessing 20 beats your DC. So he'll take half of this damage.
Yeah. Half of 21 is
11. Don't you round up or down?
I'll round up. What kind of damage is it? Radiant?
it's either radiant or necrotic if I'm evil. But
so, which is it?
It would be radiant
Radiant damage.
because it's good or neutral.
And what do these guardians look like?
These ones are like molting, desiccated orc skulls. The skin's kind of like peeling and flaying itself from its skull.
Fantastic.
Are they just like running around you laughing?
They're like actively melting. It looks like a sped up film of like decomposition. You can see the skin like peeling back as it ages.
This is just on repeat on each skull, hey?
Yep.
Okay.
Like GIF images?
Yep.
Is that your turn, Shalashar?
Yes.
As you also move up into this guy's face. Cole, you're up next, but first, we do have Bola going, as he does finish drawing his weapon. His weapon is a very large, curved sword that almost has, like, a wave to it. What's the name of, doesn't matter. I can't think of it, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about when I say, like, you know, the wavy long swords, right?
No.
Flamberge, I think.
Flamebolt, yes. It's like if swords could like mate, if a flamebolt and a scimitar loved each other very much.
It looks like a snake, but it's pointy.
Yes, and it's like it has a wicked curve to it, and he's going to like draw this across, and he's going to make his first attack against you, Shalashai.
The fun thing about those is they're like intended to make it hard to close up the wounds.
Does
from what
a
I can remember.
23 hit?
It does.
It does. Fantastic, fantastic. Where's my dice? You are going to take 8 points of slashing damage as he draws this across.
Okay.
And then he's going to continue this swing, and he's going to like turn around, he's going to slash at you, Assy.
Yeah, no.
You can use a fighter.
Does a 15 hit?
That meets it.
That meets it.
Meter beat.
Meter beat.
Meter
Yeah.
beat, so you are going to get hit here.
Yep.
Where's that guy? You are going to take, that was a big roll, 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing. Okay.
I'm gonna reach down, and as he continues his motion with his curve slash, I'm gonna reach up and touch my my mark of juxta, and I'm gonna half the damage.
Half the damage.
For me?
Yep.
Okay.
So you only
so
take
half
5.
from- What was it?
5. You only take 5.
5? Oh,
Alright. But
thank
he's
you.
not.
That matters to me a lot. I appreciate it.
But you're not done as he sees this happen. He kind of like looks back towards you, and he like gives you a snarl, and you see as he kind of like grinds his hand, like he squeezes hard on the handle of this sword, and you see like there's probably something under it, and his hand starts to bleed. And he's going to take a little bit of damage from that, but he's going to make a third attack as he does this, almost like he's getting a little enraged here, a little mad. I'm gonna slash at you again, Assy. That is a 12. A D12, I mean. I rolled the wrong die because it's dark. 15 again.
Pain again? Oh,
So this damage is only another 5 though.
okay.
And with that, we get to your turn, Cole, as he like just quickly slashes across, and then he like goes a little harder on the less armored opponent.
I'm gonna lock the
Oh,
door.
fuck. I forgot I even did this.
You forgot what?
For the second one, can I use my Tiara of Blood?
I think so.
3 charges as a reaction impose disadvantage.
Sure, I can roll another attack if you want to use it. Do you want to?
Yeah, I've got 3 charges. Let's fucking use some of them.
You rolled
I've
the
got a-
exact same thing. I'm sorry.
God damn it.
My apologies. But like, you know, it was a good thing as you know, he looks back, he snarls, you see his hand like grips into this and he like seems like he gets even angrier and he slices towards you. You activate your tiara and you go into a
Close
blow.
my eyes really hard and I think flowy thoughts.
Think flowy thoughts. But just due to like the way this blade is shaped, it still manages to catch you. Even though you are blowy. Cool. We get to your turn.
I lock the door.
Okay.
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Smart. Smart.
Is that a full action to do that?
I'll let it be a bonus action. It seems like there's just like a little, it's like a drop latch, you know? So it's just like a piece of wood that you just, you know,
Just like a bar.
you use your spear because you're short to just nudge it.
Just shove a door underneath the handle, that's what I do.
Shove a door under the handle.
Shove a chair under the handle.
Rips door off.
The inn can't kick you out if they can't open the door.
So you still have your action, I'll say.
Okay, I am going to run up to join the melee, pulling out my axe,
Malay.
and I'm actually going to try to hook his weapon out of his hands.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Let's see, I'm tired, so I have disadvantage.
It's gonna quickly close my door.
No, straight roll. It's not so good.
I believe he makes a save against this, doesn't he?
You can use your action in an attempt to disarm or grapple the creature by hooking their weapon or limb. When you do this, it's a contested strength or dexterity check. 15 for me.
15 for you. He's gonna make a strength. He is going to tie you
get
at
to determine what it is?
15.
Because it says strength or dexterity, I'm curious if the one doing it gets to decide what they roll.
I think
Like if he
I think
rolls
it's
dex.
I think they get to choose what they roll, and then the other person either uses the same or they get to choose as well. I don't think they get to choose both.
Yeah, it's effectively a grapple.
Yeah.
Or the same as.
So he will tie up. So I will say that you do manage to get it out of his hand, but it just kind of like falls to the floor in front of him. You don't get to fling it far across the room.
Okay. Free action, kick it across the room.
You fucking would.
That's all I can do.
All right, fair enough. Is that your turn? You like run up, grapple his wrist, pry this thing out of his hand, and then you kick it, and it just goes sliding across the room. Make a strength check for me, just for fun. Remember,
for fun.
you do have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait, yeah, fuck. Well, that would have been a natural 20.
Oh!
3
Is it a what?
strength, 5.
5. It spins a little bit, you know, not as far as you would have liked. You know, your heart's not quite in it, but you do the best you can. Assie, it would be your turn, but first, something happens.
God damn it. Please don't tell me he has layer actions too.
Wouldn't you like to know? It's the top of the round, baby. Do. Let me double check this. Alright. So, as we get to the top of the round, you guys see the stone around his neck starts emitting some sort of mist. And you wouldn't think it would fill up a room this fast, but it seems to be magical as suddenly there's a giant mist cloud that is extremely obscuring. And with that, we get to your turn, Ashley. It's to the point that any attacks you guys make will be at disadvantage.
Okay. He's still sandwiched between us, right?
Yep.
Allegedly.
Does Shao Shao have any way to light things on fire?
Are you yelling at him, or... Unfortunately, we are on initiative, so you have 6 seconds to talk. If you want to say something, you got 6 seconds to get it across.
Yeah, no, oof. I guess... Fuck, it's at disadvantage. Wait a second. I think I can drink this, okay?
Give me some drink.
So, I have advantage because we're flanking.
It's flat right now because it's disadvantage.
I have disadvantage, yeah. But I can use steady aim, which gives me a bonus action. Which, as a bonus action, I can give myself advantage on my next attack roll in the current turn.
Is it with ranged weapons?
No, it does not mention at any point ranged weapons. You can use this bonus action only if you haven't moved during this turn, and after you use this bonus action, your speed is 0 until the end of your current turn.
Fair, and this is, I'm assuming, one of my feats, right?
Nope, it's just a rogue thing that you can choose to get. It's an optional rogue
Ah, okay.
you get at 3rd level.
Steady aim, yeah. Your speed is 0 until the end of your current turn, so you're unable to move if you do this, just so you know.
Yeah, I am aware.
I will allow it.
You will allow it?
Yes, because it, technically, like, it shouldn't work this way, but for the sake of jank, I will let you jank.
Well, I feel like you can steady your aim even with a sword, like you pull back and you take a moment.
Well, no, it's the rules is written, there's no such thing as double advantage, right? Which means, like, getting advantage twice does nothing. But, I'm willing to let you jank it. So go ahead, and you can roll.
I appreciate you allowing me the jank. So I sit back, and I hold one hand out, and I open my pocket dimension, and I pull some of the fog into it for a moment. And when I see him, I launch forward with my rapier.
Erod, you're up next, by the way.
19.
19? That will hit.
Lovely. And I'm assuming this counts as sneak attack because advantage?
Yeah, advantage on your first attack.
Not as good as the last one. Well, only, actually, no. As good as the last one when I added my dexterity, 15.
15?
Yeah.
That will miss.
No, 15 damage.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I only have 1 hit.
Yes. That's right, because you don't have extra attack. Alright. I'm on the same
Yeah,
page.
rogues, don't get extra attack.
Nope.
Alright. Anything you would like to do with your bonus action?
My bonus action was steady aim.
Correct. So that is your turn then.
That is my turn.
Erod, we get to your turn as you make it to the far side of this. You pull your bow out just in time to see the room fill with this fog.
Is there any way I could get elevation up here?
Jump.
You could try climbing, probably like one of the weapon racks, but looking at this fog, it has filled this in, like, most of this room. It is a 30-foot radius on top of him, so it's like you're like just at the edge now. So you could probably try to get elevation, but you'd still be shooting down into this thing that's like almost filled it to the roof.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Or you could just shoot blindly and we'll see what happens.
Hope for the best.
I'm gonna steady myself, take a deep breath, and start. You duck, just duck.
Duck.
and I'm gonna launch an arrow in. And I guess I have advantage, but then I have disadvantage, so it's just a straight roll.
Yep, just a straight roll.
Can't you do steady aim as well?
Yeah, I could.
But you don't want to?
Yeah, I mean, if the jank is there, I'll jank it.
The jank is real.
The jank is real. I'm not planning on moving.
Alright, I opened the door, so I'll allow it.
That's it, yep. Once you open the door.
I
Okay,
made the
so-
bed. I'll
You-
sleep in
But you
it.
guys,
Does the 19 hit?
A 19 will hit.
Can I steady aim? Why does jank not work for me?
You're not a rogue.
What if I pull my hood up?
17 damage.
you just cosplay as
17
one.
points of damage.
I see no difference.
You don't see where it hits, but you do hear the sound of an angry oak like yell back, and it's like, "I'm coming for you!"
Oh,
I think I got him.
Alright. Is that your tone, A-Rod? Shalashar.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
guiding bolt.
Okay.
Will definitely take a 19 over a 5.
You have disadvantage?
But I'm also flanking. Oh, no, just kidding. I was just like... I was thinking advantage because I'm flanking, but no, it's just flat.
You're in his face.
Ba, 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 ba. I wonder if this is a bonus action, because I think this is... I have a bad habit of taking... Yeah, everything's a fucking action. I missed, so I will just end my turn.
Alright. We get to his turn. Well, he's gonna go get his weapon, but before that, I need everyone that is within 10
Roll a
feet
wisdom
of
save
him
for me.
to make a wisdom save.
You need to make a wisdom save for me.
Why? Oh yes, the damage. That's an 18 on the die.
Then he's going to take 9 radiant.
9 points of radiant. You got it. Alright. So I need the 3 of you to make a wisdom save.
You want us to yell it out?
What did you get, Shalashar?
17.
17. And Assy.
Okay, which one do I want? I'm gonna go with you. Goldie's been nice so far.
What did we get?
I don't want to say.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to.
Well, you see, I rolled the number of rogues in the party, but my wisdom is my dump stat. So it's a 1.
Say it.
It's a dirty 1.
Are you? This is a charm effect. Are any of you resistant to charms?
And ancestry, it's charmed. I thought you would have mentioned if it was charmed. Okay, so
That's exactly what I'm doing.
okay, so advantage. Oh, 9.
9. Alright.
So much better.
In
Better
that
than
case, you guys hear a suggestion in your head, and the suggestion is stop. So for this turn, you will not be able to, try to hit him when he goes after his sword, and he goes jogging past
What
you guys.
about
Did I
if
fail?
I'm a rebellious
You
teenager?
are allowed to hit him, but Cole and Assy, you guys you're ready to hit him when he goes to do this, and then just wait a minute. So go ahead and make your attack of opportunity there with disadvantage, Shalashar.
Wouldn't it just be flat?
No.
Because we're still flanking?
You can't see him.
Okay, so it's perfectly obscuring.
Yes.
That is an 18 on the die. I'm assuming that hits.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, the other one was
That
8.
will hit. You are yep, that'll do it.
That is 7 plus 2, so 9.
Alright. Alright. You got it. Let me write that down. Alright. He picks up the sword. And the mist is following him, by the way. It's coming off of the necklace. So, A-Rod, you take your steady aim. You're unable to move this toad. And suddenly you just hear the sound of something heavy coming your way as the fog cloud is advancing. He's going to again use his bonus action. He uses his free action to pick up the sword as he runs by. And he's going to make 1 attack against you.
Come and get it, big boy.
Oh, he's coming to get it. How does a 16 sound for your AC?
It meets.
It meets, alright. He's gonna come at you with 8 points of slashing damage.
8 points, yikes.
And with that, we get to Cole's turn.
I am going to charge him.
Alright. You are still within the mist when you get there, but it's pretty easy to tell which way there's a heavy boy went. And you're able to follow in that direction. Thud, 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 thud.
Does the fog affect my blind fighting at all?
For you, probably not, actually.
That's the point of blind fighting.
Yeah, it's almost like you don't care.
Need to see. Then I am going to attack twice. Wow, that sucks.
That's what we like to hear from the fighter.
That's a 9 for the first attack. And oh, fuck! Natural 20 for the second.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Fuck this guy.
Please,
So,
not like this. Not my boy.
oh yes, like this. So
My
for the axe
boy!
damage first. 12 slashing.
Okay.
And let's toss on a
Smite.
level 2 smite.
Yeah.
Smite.
That's 1, 2, 3. Oh, I actually need another D8. Because I did not expect that to happen.
You didn't expect a hit?
No, I didn't expect to like get a 20. You're lucky I rolled low. 17 radiant.
17 radiant. You got it. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Alright. Very quickly, you also hear a voice in your head. It was the same one that you heard in the dining room. And it just simply asks a question. Will you keep me safe?
Sure.
Sure. Roll a persuasion.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. Alright.
Who
we
are
get
you and what have you done, Kerr?
to the top of the round. And you guys watch like the fog cloud suddenly just get sucked back into the necklace. And like you guys see like Bullet glance down at the necklace quickly. A little shocked as to what it is that just happened. You also hear the sound of like something slam against the door. And you guys can hear like the sound of someone trying to get in. And we get to Assie's turn.
Okay, would I have noticed that the fog cloud came from the necklace at all?
at the very least, I mean, you would see it like
Well,
vanish back towards it, right? And you were in his face, so yeah, you probably are able to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was swinging at me just before he did it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And-
I want to run over there, and I would like to. I would like to be able to stab him and try to like grab the necklace and throw it into pocket space, but I don't know if that'll work.
You would need to make an attack to grab it, and then a strength check to break it, because it is on a chain around his neck.
Oh, that's a hard one, cause like it worked. It worked with the other thing. Oh, you know, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to throw this into pocket space.
Alright, so first make an attack to grab it.
Yeah. Ooh, 18 on the die, plus what do I add to this?
Alright, he's going to use a reaction to slap your hand, so it'll be with disadvantage. Can you roll one more time as he sees you coming? He's going to like try to
18 again!
18 again. Alright, make a strength check for me.
Okay. Be nice. Oh, that's the order. That's only fucking 17.
A
I'm
17.
getting excited here. What's a hard?
I'm checking something super fast. There, yeah, you are.
Go play.
And I have the space.
No.
I have the space in my pocket dimension.
Go place. Go place.
Alright. Unfortunately, when you do grab this,
Mhm.
and you go to move it, it doesn't go, and you instinctively know it's because it is not a willing object. This thing is sentient, and when you grab it, you are well aware of this.
Well, can I at least like rip it off of him?
Yes, you do
Yeah.
tear it off of him. And you also hear in your head just say, you just hear like panic in your head. You know,
Exclamation
you heavy breathing, scared emotions. That's what fills your mind.
Naked and afraid.
I'm gonna like
Shock
stop it.
necklace sounds.
I'm gonna stuff it down the front of my leather jokin corset thingy, like right there in the leather, in the short, like against my skin, like just shove it deep down in there.
Okay.
In every girl's favorite pocket.
Is that your turn?
Do I still would that count as an action to grab it and rip it away?
One quick second. Checking something. We're going to say like you will take a bonus action. I guess it could be a free action. So you have your bonus action still.
I have a bonus action?
Yep, you have a
Okay,
bonus action still.
Who around here is looking the worst off?
Maybe
Oh.
you.
You.
Maybe me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look around and you're like, I look like shit.
So I stuff it down in there, and I'm like, I am the best around! I am so amazing! And I use healing word on myself.
Alright. Roll your heal. Erod, you're up next.
Do
Oh,
some-
wow, that's a 4 on the heal.
Ooh.
Plus my spellcasting modifiers. That's plus 2. Ooh,
Your,
that's pretty good. That's 6 of 10 damage. That's
Yeah.
over half.
your words of encouragement like lessen the blow on your face from his initial headbutt. Erod, it is your turn.
I'm starting to feel a little cocky now.
This time you can clearly see Bola as he's in your face, but you also see Assia. She runs up, grabs this thing. Both of them have like this look of shock. Him that this happened, her that she's unable to get rid of it, and she just quickly shoves it down her short.
Not so bad without your pretty rock, are you?
Snarls at you.
Then he breaks you.
Am I within 5 feet of him?
Yes.
Is he within 5 feet of me?
For sure he is.
Bonus action, disengage. I'm gonna back up.
As he's like looking at Assia, you just like move under his arm.
I'm gonna back up my full movement and put an arrow into
runs
him.
to the other side.
Yup. I'm not staying close to him. That's how rogues die.
He's just like, you coward!
You've seen me fail at this enough times.
But is she flanking?
I'll give you it. You know, he's definitely not expecting it. You know, he just had his beautiful little stone stolen. You hurt his feelings. You took off running, and now you're also shooting at him. Like, you know, he's.
I think 2 of us are on top of him right now. Cause yeah.
I'm up on him too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I will definitely take that.
There's a lizard
Doesn't-
poking him in places he doesn't want to be poked.
Does an 18 hit?
That will hit.
Yes. So 7 plus 8.
15.
Yeah.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
So you run to the other side and you let off another arrow and it strikes him in the shoulder. Shalashar. You're up next, then him, then Cole.
Okay. I'm going to take off after him, because everyone's just kind of rotated across the room. I'm going to try and take my position up on the other side of him from Kerr and Acey. Assie. Why does it sound weird? Spirit Guardians, so you'll need to make another will save. Wisdom save, please.
Okay. That is an 18.
Okay, so he's going to take half, which is 9 radiant.
9 radiant. Jesus, you're rolling high on these things.
6, 7, and 6.
And the skulls are like smacking at them. He's starting to look a little bruised up at this point. Not looking fresh. He
And
still
then,
doesn't seem worried.
as I approach him, I'm going to swing my battle axe at his head. That is nat 20 on the die.
He already used his reaction, so go ahead.
Unfortunately, I'm not dropping my shield. So it's 14 damage.
14 points of damage as you like chunk into him. Now, like, usually this would be a lethal blow, but you see he just like puts his forearm out and you like carve into his forearm with your battle axe. Is that your turn?
I'm going to use my free action to would it be a free action to like touch my ear to send a message? Or bonus action?
Probably a bonus action, because like you need to reach up and touch it, and you know, you're mid-swing, so it'd be awkward to like cut him, he holds it, and then you're like,
Oh, wait a minute.
hold on, I gotta take this. You know?
I do so my bonus
Turn
action.
on Bluetooth.
You know,
So I'm going to, after I swing into him, I'm going to use my bonus action to reach up and brush my ear. And I'm gonna whisper to A-Rod. I think he's gonna do something tricky.
alright.
That's it.
He does something tricky. As you see his hand goes down, and he grabs a health potion, and he quickly throws that thing back.
Can I smack it out of his hand?
Unfortunately not.
God damn it.
That's a boss mechanic.
What feet do I need?
The smacky hands feat.
Can you make another wisdom save for me?
How does a 12 do?
Fails. So he's gonna take 14 radiant.
Alright. You got it? Alright, he is going to lock his eyes on you, Shalashar, and he's like, "You're in my way!" And he's going to put 3 attacks into you. Actually, only 2, because he used his bonus action. Does an 18 hit?
It does not.
Does a 19 hit?
It does not.
The fuck? Where's this AC coming from? That will be his
Wind, shield,
own.
defense style.
Yeah. Cole,
I'm an AC tank.
you're up next. You might be in his way, but he's having severe second thoughts. As he slams this sword into you twice, and it just like scratches your armor. You're definitely like he wrecked the paint shop. We'll say that. You know, these weren't glancing blows.
He chipped the enamel.
Yeah. Cool. Your turn.
I'm going to dip my hand into the pouch of sand that I got from Assie's parents' place and toss it into his face.
Pocket sand. Did I give you a DC, or am I setting this one right now?
I guess you're just setting it now.
You got an 18 on the die. It's probably gonna be like a DC of 12 or 13. So unfortunately, you throw it up, but it's like it just comes to his nipples. He like looks down.
Ooh, light nothing.
Okay, fair enough.
Some of it sticks to him because he's like bleeding from a couple of cuts now, specifically from his
Also,
forearm.
he's doing some woodworking.
So you know he just has a bit of sandy blood covering him now.
You just reminded me that I have pocket acorns.
You can also pickle them.
We'll pickle his head after
I
this.
do actually have 2 acorns in my bag of pickling. I've been replacing the squirrel eyes with them to see what happens.
Does that count as like making an attack action for the Shield Master feat?
Probably not, because that wasn't an attack action.
Alright, not a problem. That will be my turn then.
Okay, you got it. Elsie, we get to your turn, but first, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Ooh.
Another charm effect.
What do you get?
A goose egg.
A goose egg. Now, it is a charm effect.
Oh, advantage. Lovely. Thank you. Fuck you, red die. Thank you. Thank you, gold die. That's a 14.
14. You still fail, as you hear a suggestion in your head from the necklace, and it says, "Give me to the lizard!" So you will need to use your turn.
Who's the fucking lizard?
Just takes, you know, a bonus action to do it, so... We get to your turn. You know you need to get this thing out of your bosom and to the lizard. Besides that,
where is the lizard?
You would know it's cold
Right beside you.
instinctively.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't like this at all. So I'm gonna scream, the voice in my head told me to! Hopefully, Salashal can figure out why I'm screaming this, and Avod can figure out why I'm screaming this, and I'm gonna hand it to you.
Clinically fucking
It's
insane.
still warm.
Alright.
Oh, you're hearing voices too.
It might be a wee bit damp. This is leather. It does not.
It doesn't breathe. It's like.
You still have an action.
It's soup in here, guys.
No bra money.
So I'm gonna like sidestep around him until I'm in a flanking position with Cole,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hopefully hit him with some sweet advantage. Yeah.
You can try. Arod, you're up next, so be ready.
Ooh. 21.
That will hit.
21. Lovely. Okay. Dice. You guys look pretty together. Oh, fuck yes! 2 6s and a 4. That's a dozen. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 points of damage?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I got 2 6s!
Alright. Is that your turn as you like just quickly stab him hard in the neck?
What was giving him the necklace a free action or a bonus action?
A bonus. Because you had to, pull it out, hand it off,
Then I've got nothing else.
Alright. A-Rod, it is your turn, but before something happens, you can hear someone, they start slamming into the door. It sounds like people are trying to break it down. But it is your
Gotta
turn.
wrap
They
this
haven't
up.
broken it in yet.
Gotta wrap this up, guys. And I will cast Arrow.
At sneak attack level.
At that 20 level.
Shut the fuck up. No,
Again? Isn't this like your second one?
No, this is my first one.
I got one. For
he's
that
going to... Nah,
Cry?
he can't. He can't use a reaction to stop a crit.
So it's 15 plus 26.
A lot.
15 plus 26. Yep.
Quick thing. Because he can do this. Let me double check something to see if this would do anything. Alright. I want to jank it because I'll let you guys jank me. Shalashal, can you make a strength check?
Absolutely. 24.
What?
You strong.
I am big.
Yeah, you are. He almost got you. So he sees this coming and he tries to grab Shalashal and put him in the way of the arrow. But he doesn't, and the arrow just like catches him in the eye.
41 points of damage.
Shit.
He's still standing, but now there's an arrow through his eye socket.
Assassin. Love to crit.
God damn!
I
that
need to
your
shower
turn?
after that. What the fuck?
Oh my
26
god!
plus
Unlike
15.
me, you're full rogue, so you've got like 3d6.
Yeah, I'm full rogue. I didn't multi-class yet. I didn't dip into my fighter yet.
Ooh, ooh, that is disgusting in the best way.
Is that
That's exactly
your
what we
turn?
needed. Yeah, that's my turn. I was like, eat it.
We gotta wrap this up. Ping!
That
Shalashal.
is.
Would you look at the time? I'm gonna use my last spell slot to Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
That's an 18 on the die, so I'm fairly certain that hits.
That will hit.
And it is 46 radiant. Come on, rolls. 14 radiant,
14 radiant. Okay.
and the next attack roll against the target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Yeah, and now he needs to make a wisdom save so you can roll that damage.
I did. It was a 19.
19. He takes half because he got an 18 again.
Okay.
Alright. Then we get to Bolar's turn. As I said, he took that damage. At this point, he's just seeing red and he's just going to charge at you, A-Rod. So all three of you can make an attack of opportunity against him.
Yes, I will.
Someone can get advantage with that.
Can I?
Whoever-
Go ahead and take it.
I think Kersha? You have fairly good rolls.
Yeah, but I also get sneak attack then.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
You already used your sneak attack this turn?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind. Give it to Cole then. I already used it this turn. You're right.
Okay.
22.
Maybe you want a turn
22
thing.
will hit.
Oh, thank God.
Assy
I
rolled a
should
1.
have an advantage. I got a 1. Which
Would
friend
you
do I
get,
stab?
wouldn't, I guess we'd all have advantage anyways because we're flanking, right?
For this one, like it's just the first person that attacks, we'll say, because he's like running through, right? There was only flanking because he's transient.
Which friend do I stab instead?
Huh?
Which friend do I stab instead?
I wasn't going to do that, but if you want,
I want to. It's a 1.
roll another attack against Cole.
Alternatively, against me.
It doesn't fucking matter because that's 50. Wait, 6 plus sorry,
It
5
won't
plus
hit.
9.
It's fine. They're both heavy armor tanky boys. What'd you get, Cole?
19 plus 5, 24.
That will hit. You can also roll damage.
I got 10 damage.
10 damage.
I'm gonna pump my last smite into this.
PT.
Ugh. That's only a 13 though.
13. Alright. 13 total damage, right?
Yep.
Alright. He is looking bad by the time he gets to you, A-Rod. But he is going to put 3 attacks in you, and he's also going to make his hand bleed a little, so we'll take a little damage from that.
Bring it.
That is a nat 20. No lie
Yep.
on the first attack. Followed by a 2
Fails.
and 15.
Fails.
I hate you.
My AC is 16.
But that crit, though, you're going to take
Yeah, that
14
crit's
points of
gonna hurt.
slashing damage.
14 points?
Yes.
I'm gonna reach up, and I'm gonna grab my sigil again. Juxta, please. And I'm gonna half the damage.
Ooh, good, cause I'm not looking good.
Yeah. You're not looking good, huh?
No.
Alright.
You don't tell that to the DM.
So then we get to the Gouge's turn, who's outside. He's also slamming into the door. You guys will see, like, the head of an axe, like, appear through it.
Here's Johnny.
Then Bowl Out is going to take his reaction to make one more attack against you, as you're not looking good. He's emboldened by your fear. He rolls 16.
Meter beat.
Oh, yeah, baby. Where's my shit?
I miss when ties went to defenders.
8 points of damage. And we get to Cole's turn as he like runs towards you. He slashes once and he gets you really good, but then the other 2 ones you're kind of like moving backwards and is.
Oh wait, can I use evasion?
Uh,
On that last one, I'll just use evasion.
Does evasion work against these, or is it just things you gotta make a dex save? Let's see. Starting at 7th level.
Oh, never mind then. I don't think.
Yeah, use it.
Now, you have uncanny dodge at 5th.
Uncanny dodge. That's what I meant, not evasion.
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you use your reaction to halve the damage. Yep, you can halve it to full.
Yay.
Alright, Cole.
Dun, dun, dun.
Where do you put the stone, by the way?
I am going to shove that
In your fridge.
inside my the stove door.
Okay. In the old chest hole.
Yep.
As the good Lord intended.
Bonus action: harness divine power to regain a level 2 spell slot. And I'm
Okay.
gonna charge him and hack at him twice.
Smitty.
15,
That will miss.
missed, and an 18.
That will hit.
And we'll pump that smite into him. that. 23 total.
He's looking real bad. Alright. We get to Assie's toe, and this time the stone seems content with wherever it is, and it does not interfere.
Fucking rude. But, he's all the way over there now, and Arod is looking real bad, right?
Yes.
I've got one spell slot left,
Do you?
and just a little bit terrified, you know. The poop is totaling. I hum one of my mom's childhood songs to me that always made me feel safe and secure. And I think about wishing that I could give that feeling to Arod. And I cast Healing Word on him by just singing in Elvish like 2 lines of a lullaby as like rapier out. I walk it across the room and I attempt to stab him.
Alright.
Not Arod. I'm not
Surprise!
distinction.
You got me.
Spanish Inquisition.
The
Been
ultimate,
working for Polar the whole time.
the ultimate betrayal.
Oh,
His eyes said why.
plus. So that is 5.
Yay!
I'm sorry. It's
It's
The
healing
best I
word.
can give you
I'll
is
take
6.
it.
with a healing word, so you know.
I'm looking much better.
Yeah.
Cash money, even.
So now,
Money
am I
cash.
flanking Ola with Arod?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna hit this time. Fuck me. That is a 17?
Nope.
Yeah. Fuck me.
You
Well, I
like
guess I just missed.
run up behind Bola and you're like ready to stab him, and then you remember.
I stumble the rug a little bit. I stumble. I fumble the last second.
Not quite. You remember this would be your first time killing a person, and you go wide. You pull back like last moment. You know, back turn to you. You don't have the heart to do it.
Yeah, that. You're right. He's that bad off.
Another person outside slams against the door. The door is not looking good, and now there's people could maybe if they were to take time, they could look in through this hole, but it sounds like they're coming through real quick. Arod, we get to your turn.
Alright, pulling out my rapier. I'm gonna give Assy a little wink. Say, let's do this, let's finish it.
Nat one.
A bit terrified.
Yeah, not one.
Stabs Assy.
No, it's a 16 on the die.
On the die,
Or
what is that
20.
with your bonus?
23.
Fuck you, and yeah, that hits.
I can't help you right now, baby cakes.
12 plus 11, so 23.
23. How would you like to, how does it end?
If this isn't thematic.
I'm gonna brandish my rapier, I'm gonna give Assy the little wink, and just as he yells, I'm gonna put it through his mouth. And out the other side. And just let him drop. And I'm gonna grab his head and whisper, I told you you'd eat shit. And pull the blade out. Let his limp body hit the ground.
Alright. Tumbles to the ground in front of you. You get to Shalashar's turn, if that is the end of your turn, Arod.
It is.
I can't.
Shalashar.
I'm gonna call to Kerr. I'm gonna take my movement across the room to the others. I was like, Kerr, come on! And as I'm going, I'm gonna use my free action to pull out the giant diamond.
You mean the orb? Got
the big fuck off thing.
All right.
I'm probably gonna use my free action. Sorry, I'm probably gonna use my action as I'm running over there to pick up his sword, and I'm gonna jam it into my armor, because I just don't have a way to hold the big fuck off sword right now.
You got it.
And then, yeah, I'm just gonna wait for Kurt to.
All right. We get to Bolar's turn. Who is that? We get to Goud too.
Bolar's turn. What?
All right. You watch as someone like slams into the door again, and this time there's a big enough gap that like they can see in, and you hear like people yelling. A-Rod and Shalashar, you can make out the words as they're yelling, "Bolar needs help! He's down!" And we get to your turn, Cole.
Well, I'm actually already over there because I charged him.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, then if that was the case, I would just like hold it out, ready for you to touch, and then.
Does he have like a money pouch or anything on his belt?
Yep, he will. He also
I'm gonna
has
yank that
a
off.
couple of potions on him as well.
Grab him.
Grab 'em all.
I'll grab the pouch, and then I'll grab onto the orb.
Alright.
I'm just gonna hold my free action to say the activation word.
Alright, what's the activation word?
Shine.
I was so hoping you forgot.
Invisible?
Alright.
Panique?
I'm assuming everyone is using their action to grab this thing.
Yeah.
Or, bonus action, free action, whatever it is.
Yep.
Alright.
So we grabbed everything off of him.
So what happens is we get to Cole's turn. He loots, grab stuff. We get to your turn, Assy.
Yeah.
So you can use a bonus action to grab some stuff if you want.
Okay. He's been looted for the most part. Yeah.
He just
Except
grabbed the
for
coin purse.
potions?
He
I
just
don't use
grabbed-
them.
So you can use the bonus action to grab one item. Or you can use your action to investigate and see what else he has.
Keep in mind,
Can I just grab the entire belt with everything attached and throw it into pocket space?
I'll say I'll take your action to like undo the belt to do that.
I'm not bothering to undo it. I will rip it through time.
well, he's laying on it.
Pretty sure at this level, like it has to be something that like you have in your possession. You can't just grab some. It's written this way so you can't grab a sword and just disarm people in combat, right?
Well, he's not conscious anymore. He's just a.
I get that,
just a
but
dead
this is
body.
a world of jank I am not willing to open.
Okay.
This
okay.
class gets fucking crazy enough at the later levels that I'm not arguing semantics at this point. So
Fair
you can
enough,
take it or
fair
leave
enough.
it.
Okay. So he has the health potions on him. Were we told to get any proof of Bolar's death?
Now, I didn't say health potions. I just said potions.
Okay.
You guys will need to look into those.
Were we asked to get any proof of Bolar's death?
That's for you to decide. But you gotta act fast. The door has a giant hole. People are yelling. Shalashar is holding the orb in front of you. What do you do?
I'm going to Yeah, you grabbed his sword? Yeah, I'm going to use an action to grab the belt, and I'm going to use the rogue thing to like dash over and grab onto it.
He's like right next to you. You guys all somehow.
Well, like cunning action to
To like,
grab
Alright.
to like grab it.
Alright, then we get to Goud 1, who is going to use his turn to reach in and unlock the door. You see his hand comes through the broken door. And then we get to A-Rod's turn.
I'm
I
grabbing.
thought we stuffed like a spear under there.
No.
Kurt just locked it.
The only one that took the time to lock it was Cole. If not, this would have been a little bit more hectic.
Gotta give props to the kobold.
We had faith in him.
A-Rod, your turn.
I'm gonna take one of the piercings that's through his nose, his septum piercing or whatever it's called. I'm gonna grab that right
Those are
away,
sacred.
and then
You leave
just
those
grab
alone.
the orb.
Just rip it out.
Just rip it out.
Alright.
Then I'm gonna grab the thingamajig.
Alright, Shell Shout, your turn if you're done, A-Rod.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, kind of out of character, how is movement gonna work? Because like, if I try and move with it, everyone has to move with me.
So pretty
Or
much
is
all
there
of you
combination?
will pretty much need to just move together as best
Yeah,
as you
that's
can.
what I'm asking. It's like, if I take my 30, I'm
So
gonna
We're
lose
gonna-
them.
here's the worst part, right? None of you will be able to see when the other one moves. The only thing that would guide you guys is the feeling of something pulling against your hand as you go. So you guys will pretty much, I'll ask questions for whoever's walking, and then we'll see what happens or where it goes.
When
It's
everyone
going,
comes up, I'm reaching over to grab his hand too.
this is going to be a lovely little make your own adventure book. We'll say you see X, X, and X. What do you do? And then we'll see what happens.
I use
I
my
click on the
bonus.
end of the book.
Can I use my bonus action to reach down and try and grab one of the things on his, like the potions? Did we get all the potions?
Yes,
I-
Assy stopped,
You got
undid his belt, and then just yeeted it over their shoulder.
Okay.
You reach for it as if she tossed it to you, and it just disappears before it reaches you. You're like, oh, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I didn't even realize you were behind me when I tossed it.
For my turn, I'm going to whisper, okay, I'm moving. And I'm gonna take my movement back. I don't know if it's 5 feet, 50 feet.
Alright, so you want to just tuck against the wall.
Yeah, I just want to get away from his body so they can't, like, if they crowd around him to see what the fuck's happening, we're at least some distance away.
Alright, you guys all feel attention on the orb if you'd like to follow it.
Yeah.
And I did vocalize it as low as I could while they're still making a
I need
kerfuffle.
stealth checks at advantage from all of you.
Oh, this is
Oh.
good.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, nat 20 plus some stuff. Plus the 6, 26.
27.
17.
18.
Alright. So as you guys disappear from view and you move off to the side, a couple of people do come into the room and they're brandishing weapons. You hear now the door is gone, the sound of more yelling. There's a brief conversation as they're where did they go? And then one of the other guys that comes in just grabs him by the shoulder. He's like, we gotta get out of here. And they look around, they quickly glance around the room. And then he hauls his friend out. What would you like to do? Any of you can speak up if you want to be the one pulling the orb. It's what a loose initiative, we'll say.
Okay,
Sneak out after them.
before we move, we need to move carefully so we get a sight line through the door. Make sure no one else is coming while we try and leave. We are awkwardly wide. We need to be careful.
Agreed.
In that case, A-Rod should go to the door first. He's got the best eyes.
And the professional word is dummy thick. We are dummy thick,
I
not awkwardly wide.
I have
Dummy thick.
observed it. I'm the best eyes, and I have no eyes.
I'm sorry, but you're not my spotter out of habit and default, my dude. I don't think of you.
Alright,
that's fair.
so you guys, by the sounds of it, correct me if I'm wrong, moving away so then you can see down as to what's coming or what's not.
Yes.
Alright.
We want to stay away from the door, but with a sight line to see what's happening, so when we can try and shift out.
So it looks like everyone at this point is like running to the front of the keep, out of this place. You know, there is a I'm thinking of the best way to describe this. Give me
Okay, for a second I was wondering if my computer had
Yeah,
crashed.
I thought I crashed for a second. I was like,
That's
not again,
called
no.
acting, baby. Sorry. It looks like the inside is starting to fill with smoke from whatever is going on. There's a fire either inside here or outside big enough that it is starting to waft into this place. And everyone is like doing their best to get the hell out of here.
Take advantage of this while we can, and I'm gonna start scooching.
That definitely seems like the distraction has been working.
Following the leader.
All right, let's go tiptoe. So easy does it.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Of course.
Alright. And what exactly is your plan as you like move out of this and you like get into the hallway? The very next room is like the sleeping quarters, the main hall, the rat's nest, however you would like to describe it. It does actually, like, this is the cleanest you've seen the floor, as it looks like the things that have been on the ground have been scooped up, as like people are just like grabbing whatever they can and like getting out of here. So there's a couple of towels, there's a couple of rags, there's a couple of shorts, there's some pants, there's a few sleeping bags here and there, the odd pillow, but far less than what there was before. So people are just like grabbing whatever they can and like getting out of here.
Considering how poor this place looked, I don't think it's really worth looting right now. I think we need
to get out of here.
We need to get out and regroup.
Alright, now, there's a little bit of a blockade, but you guys, like, you're not running after them, so, like, you're gonna, like, get there, like, there's, like, the last, like, 7 people that are, like, pushing against each other. You know, like, if they had calmed down, they would have been out by now, but, like, they're, like, shoving against each other, and one of them, like, pops out, followed by the other ones. What you can see is it looks like the wall in front of this place has caught fire somehow. And it also looks like the smithy has also gone up in flames.
Somehow.
Yes. And there's also what seems to be a giant... It's like a Chinese kite that looks like a dragon's head that's like blowing like a gust of air and is like blowing the smoke into the building. And there's a couple of people that are like shooting a couple of bows, a couple of arrows, and a guy with a stick trying to like get rid of this weird floating kite. But it is indeed like just taking the smoke from the smithy and just heaving it in.
I think we go exit stage left.
Yep.
Pursued by a bale?
I mean, at this point, as you guys are like getting out, like it is clearing in front of you. What you can see, A-Rod and Shalashar. Outside, like, there are people starting to gather. There's a couple of people, like, with pails of water, and they're, like, just trying to put out some of the fire, but it definitely doesn't look like they have enough. Other people are starting to, like, pack up parts of the tent city, and they're, like, moving it back. One guy is yelling, like, Bola is dead, and other people are, like, yelling at him. You see the guy that's screaming that Bola is dead, like, just gets decked in the face, and as he's told to shut up.
I think we leave the way we approach the camp.
We made sure he was dead for, like, definitely dead, right?
It's as dead as a doorknob.
He got a blade through the head.
Not even
Sure.
Bolar comes back from that.
Sure does some really powerful magic. I don't think so.
Cool.
That's what I'm worried about, the powerful magic aspect.
As you're walking, you can feel something trying to connect to your brain. You can let it, or you can make a wisdom save.
Who's feeling this?
Cool.
Since he shoved the necklace into his fridge.
Oh wow, that's... Since I don't know what it is, I don't think I would allow that. That's actually a 22.
22. You're able to, like, throw off this nagging feeling and just, you know, block it out in the moment. With that, you guys are able to make your way out of this keep. And through the gates. Make one more round of stealth checks with advantage, just because I'm feeling spicy.
Is it because I don't know exactly how this is laid out, but I imagine like the main area where everyone was when we first approached the camp. If there was a gate on the left, I want to go out that way.
There's just
the way I
a
went out hunting.
single gate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason why you need to make one here. You know, there's a couple of people gathered around. Most people are moving away, but there are other people, like I said, fighting this fire, trying to preserve
17.
what they can. What'd you get?
17.
I think it's
5.
7. 5?
25.
Oh, fuck.
You wish.
Is it the rope?
Come on,
I have-
guys, feed me.
I have no mod for Dex, so like, dice is
I gotta
it.
go take a leak. I'll be right back.
Alright, think of me.
23 for Dex. For stealth toy.
Cole, don't let me down.
6.
6?
6.
Group roll?
You like start to fall behind, but at the same time you're so short that like they just kind of like lift you up and carry you, and you're like your little feet are kicking. You Shalashaw, because you're close, you like just feel like his little like feet just kicking against your leg once or twice.
Just kind of like, can you sweep my arm and like pull whatever it is close?
Yeah, it would have done something, but we had a couple of rolls a little too high, so.
Good.
Alright, and you guys wanted to head back towards the woods.
Yes. I think we need to stay
Back to
off,
where we had met with the people in the first place.
Okay,
off the beaten path.
you got it. You guys do make it there into the woods. You think it's the same place. A-Rod swears that it's the same place that you guys had left seen, Domont and the rest. But they do not seem to be here right now. With your perceptions, A-Rod and Shalasha, you can hear like the sound of like distant yelling, you know. Also like the odd sound coming from the forest. It sounds like some people are deep in the woods doing something. It also, you know, it's, you could go to the sounds and investigate, or you can wait here, or whatever else it is that you want to do. But there are a couple of sounds in the surrounding woods, but definitely the biggest source of noise is coming back from where you just came from.
I'm gonna... That's 120 feet. I'm gonna reach up and touch my earring. And, I'm gonna think of Dormund, and I'm like, I'm not certain if you can hear this, but we are where we talked.
There is no answer.
Hope for the best.
How long does the invisibility of the herb last?
An hour.
An hour.
I thought it was like half an hour to an hour.
You did give us a varying window.
I
We
did.
didn't actually
I
know.
found it. We're good.
It says once per day, and then you give us a
Yeah, cool.
window.
Good to know. Alright, but it's completely on you guys as you are gathered, still invisible. You've probably been at this for about 20 minutes now. You know, that's how long it took to clear here and then walk through this place. Walk to this place.
Speak up a little. Honestly, I think we just ride out the duration of this. We don't know exactly how long it lasts, but I don't want to.
Hidden off in the trees, hopefully.
I tried to contact Dermond, but I don't think I got a hold of him. So I think we just stay put.
No one can place us inside of Volar's chambers, can they?
I don't think so.
But I think everybody can. We walked in there.
We walked in there with the Cobalt, no less.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
The only one that's probably aware of it is your dad.
Who knows
was-
if he's still alive?
I was shape changed, so couldn't place me.
I went in with my face though. You're the only one of us who would be safe.
I mean, I would stick it like a sore thumb.
Yep.
Alright. On the count of 3, let's sit down. Just keep a hold of this. Just try and stay a little inconspicuous. 1,
Yeah, I can do that.
3. And I'm gonna slowly lower it as I try and sit down.
Coyote on the ground.
You're prone.
I'm gonna try and like shift my hold of it a little bit and slide, so then when I sit down, I can sit down on Arod's lap.
I'll wrap my hands around, and
You
they're
become
kind of shaking
visible.
slightly.
Just the one free hand goes around.
My hands are kind of shaking a little bit.
Yep.
Ready, Rob?
I lean my head against you and I start like just humming and like just very softly singing elven lullabies that my father used to sing to me.
Do you guys
There's,
sit
there's 1 or 2 dwarven ones from my mother thrown in there as well, but those are less common.
It's been a long time since I've heard these songs.
My father used to sing them to me and my siblings every night. We'd all sit by the fire, and he'd sing to us while working on something small and delicate and intricate. Mother would mend any particularly nice garments that we were fond of. Could always buy more, but some things you take care of because it's important.
You'd think
Hey,
being an
must have
elf
been
and
nice.
living this long, you'd have a long time to spend with your family. But
It's never enough.
I don't really remember my parents. It's been so long since I've been home. They're honestly dead by now. You hold those memories, alright? Keep them close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
shift the,
it's lucky for
neglected
you,
background.
I can see into the past. And I close my eyes and I start weaving like this silly but like intricate and just sweet story of what I think his parents were, and I describe them as like young not architects, that's exactly the wrong word. Not paleontologists either.
anti-architect, anarchists.
It's the paleontologist with an A. My brain is like not putting
Archaeologist?
the one that is specific to like studying old cultures.
Archaeologist.
And I describe them as that, and like, and I just describe them as like a fun and adventurous family.
And what did you say, Cole?
While they're talking among themselves and sharing pleasant stories, apparently, I'm going to move the necklace to inside my armor.
Okay. Can you make a wisdom save again?
Okay.
Unless, you know, you want to like let it in, let it chit-chat.
Let it in, let it in.
It's up to you, you know, you just feel a pull on your mind.
Let me know once the invisibility wears off. Yeah.
Oh, I will.
It drops and there's 50 arrows.
You'll know. What'd you get, Cole?
7.
7. Alright, fantastic. I am going to type you a message very quickly while this is happening. Nothing to worry about. Strictly business, you'll understand. How long do you guys want to wait in this glade?
Wait till the invisibility wears off, and then
Maybe another hour after that.
I think
Depending on how late it is.
Sorry,
Go back to
half an hour?
we'll wait till the invisibility wears off, and then after that, we don't have the horses anymore. We don't know where Dormand is.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe we stay a little bit longer.
you guys turn visible after about another 20 minutes. You were invisible for a total of about 40 minutes.
Yep.
I'm going to
Oh,
take it.
they must be dead. Let's head out.
Wait. Cole.
What?
Let me see that gem.
Out of character. Hold on a minute. He's not even like
Yeah, I'm almost done.
sending a message.
And I turn to you, Salashroth. I don't know what it is. But during the fight, after I had stolen it off of my character knows this, but I do not. I've got like that
Bolar.
brain damage brain. Yes, after I had stolen it off of Bolal, there was a voice in my head. I didn't want to put it, I didn't want to hand it off, but it made me give it to Cole. I couldn't yeet it. That
And a
means
technical
it is
term?
an unwilling person.
You think there's a soul trapped in it or something?
That's what I'm afraid of, in which case I don't think any of us should be, like, holding on to it if it wants to be held by them.
Yeah, but if you couldn't yeet it the
That
first
means
time,
that means it was an unwilling object. That means there's something with a will inside of it.
well, it's that, or you can't get rid of it because it's unwilling.
Mhm.
One of us can't hold it because it might be malicious.
I think
but I don't.
A-Rod should hold on to it because he's the least magical, or myself because it didn't want me. But honestly, like, I have the least willpower here in the party. Like, I see something and I sometimes I just grab it, you know?
I think that's impulsive, not necessarily willpower.
Same difference. Either way, I think perhaps you seem to have the strongest will of us, or A-Rod should.
I mean,
I vote for Salashar.
I'm Elven. I'm good against this kind of thing. That's why I was so good at exploring ruins. It's not very often you come across something that's a problem.
Another reason why I think it should be you or A-Rod holding on to it. But I definitely think that Cole shouldn't hold on to it.
I did get us into a bit of trouble, so I will accept that. If you want, Kerr. Do you mind passing it over?
Yeah, well, it chose me, so no.
Cool.
Great.
At the very least, let me attempt to identify it. There could be something in it like the Lich.
The Lich.
You feel, when she mentions this, that the stone is okay with being identified. It's not against that, but it does want to just stay in your possession. It feels safest with you.
I'm gonna.
What does I hold it? How about that?
I need to be holding on to it for this.
Well, you could if he's holding onto it, you can still touch it. You just need to touch it to identify it. I'm gonna reach down and I put my hand on Kerr's shoulder and I'm gonna cast guidance. It's okay, buddy.
Besides, I kind of told it that I would keep it safe, and it actually doesn't seem to be anything dangerous. But go ahead and identify it.
I'd at least like a chance to check it out, because anything with a will that forces me to hand it off to somebody else is something I immediately don't trust. So I'm going to take 10 minutes and ritual cast identify since we're waiting for the others anyways.
I am gonna cast guidance on Kerr though, so on the next saving throw, he gets an extra d4.
Alright, let me just double check everything you get from identify.
Pool of magic. You pretty much get any spell, anything affecting it.
You pretty much like learn how the thing does the thing.
Fantastic. All right. You understand that this is a sentient stone. You even get its name, Hotha. But it's said on a single breath as you're like on an inhale. Most of the way it talks, I would do it through this mic, but you guys don't seem to pick it up very well. So it would be like Hotha.
Hotha?
Yes. They were made by a very powerful enchantment. Make a arcane check. It can be with advantage.
Arcane with advantage. Okay. That is 17.
17. You would be aware that it is probably from the Fey codes.
Okay.
It also does try to talk to you if you would let it, or you can make a wisdom save to not let it.
I'll listen to her. I'm trying to identify her anyways. I'm once I feel it talking to me, I even say, "Oh, hello, Hotha."
I mean, you no harm.
I'm hesitant to believe that.
I stopped the
considering
mist.
you-
I saved your friend. I recognize him as kin.
He's. What do you mean by he's kin?
Bola was going to kill him. I stopped him. Then I turned off the mist. You're only alive with your friends because of my intervention.
Well,
I
then,
need to go west. Your friend will take me west.
I suppose we do owe you some gratitude then. But what do you mean by he's kin, Hotha? Hotha?
I recognize him as such.
Were you once a person before you wore this gem then?
No. I came into being. I simply have a purpose. So I am following that. I do great things for those that keep me.
And what happens to us if another different person you recognize as kin comes along?
As Assie's having this conversation, you two can also, same with you, Cole, you guys could also join this conversation as you feel it tug, or you can block it from this as you see like Assie's talking to herself and there's something you feel a tug at your mind.
I'm listening in.
I'm willing to lower my gate.
You do not want to listen, then please make a wisdom save.
I'm not too fond about having something in my head. I'll make a wisdom save. 19.
19, you're able to stop it. Besides that, the rest of you are able to also join this conversation. What did you ask, Assie? Sorry.
Thieves can't. What she's saying are like an approximation of it to A-Rod.
Okay.
Signs.
So you guys also would have joined in when it informed Assie that it does great thing for those that hold it, and that it needs to go west.
So what will happen to us if you find another that you recognize as kin along the way? Like, are you going to betray us the way you did Bola?
I didn't betray him. I simply saw that he was going to fall, and so I stopped helping him. That's not betrayal. I'm
If he
meant
was
for...
on your mouth, it could be perceived as such.
I don't see
May
it
I
as that.
ask?
I have need, and I've been made with a certain purpose. I myself, I'm unable to harm. I can simply guide people in what it is they need to do. I even tried to make Bola surrender. He wouldn't. Bloodshed was not my goal.
What is your goal then?
To go west.
To
Can
what
I?
end? So you were gonna say something, James?
Were you with someone before you were with Bolar? Was he telling you that he was going to take you west?
I was a gift to Bola. He was the first one to hold Hotha.
Can I ask? Do you know who made you? Or
Yes.
can you tell us?
Yastrid.
Can I roll knowledge on that?
Sure.
What kind of knowledge? Religion,
It can be
history?
history or arcane. Or religion.
I'm gonna.
You can make pretty much any sort of knowledge check you want. Tell me what it is, and I'll tell you what you get.
I'm gonna go with history. Ooh. Yeah, that's an 8.
Do you
That
do
is
not
a
recognize
20.
this name?
That's a 24 for history.
Or history. You would recognize that as one of the 4 Fey Lords.
So you are from the Fey Courts. Are you allowed to tell us your purpose?
I am supposed to meet with the champion of Fey, of Fall.
Can I... In the Fey Courts, are you aware of what inhabits the realm of the Fey?
I'm as aware as I need to be. Why? Do you seek something?
Say fall. Are there creatures, large predators that swim in the mud in the Fey?
Yes. They're the heralds of Fall.
Does
So what are they doing here?
does the champion of fall are they aligned more with the good, evil? Are they just do they exist? Are they chaotic?
We stand against winter.
I think
Appropriately vague, thanks.
I'm actually just out of character. I'm going to need you to spell the name of the Fey Lord for me after
Yastrid?
this. Yastrid.
Y-A-S-T-R-I-D.
Y. Oh, Y Astrid. Okay.
Yeah. Y-A-S-T-R-I-D.
I'm gonna kind of like turn to face the rest of the group. Think. I can't say for certain if it's is malicious, but I don't see any reason we shouldn't be able to go west. I mean, we do need to go south and contact Matthias, but maybe there's something we can pick up out west. We should go check back in with Faypond, probably get our book and all our paperwork.
Yep.
With
And,
that does speak
Only
again.
if you stay the hell away from Zap.
That's
Yeah.
exactly Hortha says. Thank you. Before the fight, I did look into your minds, and that's why Bola knew you were going to stab him. I did warn him. I also know of the wizard that hunts you. He can't know of me.
Okay, how about A-Rod and I go in and
Oh, he's close.
Zap is close?
He can sense me.
Fuck.
Oh, goody.
Ever
Yeah,
since the
huh?
Mudsharks came through when I did, he's been hunting, he's been searching, keeping an
Uh-huh.
eye for agents of the Fae.
I
I'm
can
an agent.
put things into another space. Would you allow me to put you into that until we leave the area around Fae Pond. It might make it nearly impossible for him to find you if I did.
I
We
can.
will.
You should know I am able to leave whenever I want. So I'll stay. See you 4 hours. Then I'm coming out.
Okay. So then when we're an hour away from Fae Pond, I'll put her in. And then 4 hours later, you come back out. We'll have to go into Fae Pond and leave as quick as we can.
Make a wisdom save, Assie.
Is it being charmed?
No, you just feel it's like trying to read your mind, or you can let it.
Oh, that's a 5. Like, I'm barely even thinking about trying. I'm mostly like trying to think up the logistics of going into town.
Okay.
And only having 4 hours.
You just feel like suddenly like your mind gets scoured again, much like what happened in the room. And then Hertha goes, the other friends are close too. Dormont, I believe.
Can you contact him?
How far away is he? Can you point us in the direction?
Head towards the road. You'll find him on the far side.
Well,
Just-
let's move out, and then once we're just outside of town, hand her over, shunt her away, and we immediately leave Fae Pond.
Hand over?
Just so I can put you into the space.
Was that a bluff?
No, it's honest. Like,
Alright.
if she doesn't seem particularly malicious, and it's probably easier to work with her than work against her at this point, so
Yeah, you can trust her.
just want to shunt her away to keep Zap off of our tails.
Alright. So with that, anything else you guys would like to do?
As we're kind of directed towards Dormond, I'm gonna reach up to my earring again and try and send another message to him. Now that I know like direction.
Well, what I was going to do is I was going to put us to break. If you guys just wanted to try to get in contact with him and talk to him, we'll take the break quickly, and then we'll get back to that. But if there's anything else that's pressing, we can deal with that before the break.
I think break is fine.
Alright, in that case, we'll be right back. 15 minutes as usual, yes?
Yep.
Alright, I'll see you guys back here in 15 minutes. hello everybody. Let me turn this down a little bit. Restart it on definite stream, and we're gonna get this going. Alright,
guys like to
hello
post that?
everyone. You guys are good to go, right?
I am existing.
I try not to be, but okay.
I'm bound to a corporeal form.
I mean, like, I guess, but like, I prefer if you stretch me out a little bit more first.
Well, we're back, so best behaviors, kiddo. So, my fine friends,
I
you
was talking
wanted
about
to.
my hammies. I've got to run away, okay, you guys? Like, come on.
Sure.
So you guys are headed in the direction of Hotha's directions. Shalashan, I believe you wanted to try sending another message, correct?
Yep, now that I know the direction he's in. I'm gonna reach up and touch my air gun. Dermont. We're pretty close. We're gonna try and find you. I think we're heading in your direction.
Unfortunately, it's message, so he can't respond, but he hears you.
Okay. And I think we're just gonna try and orient ourselves and approach him, but stay a little inconspicuous or unseen.
Alright. In that case, you can make a stealth check if you want.
I'll make a stealth check.
I'm a little weary of everyone down the road there.
You
so,
would.
Dirty
I
20.
am
You filthy stealthers.
I am the knight. I rolled a 2.
15.
Alright.
Nice.
That's a disadvantage.
Damn, boy. Yeah. Cole, you are not looking very good, but like you're like
Come here, Kai.
2 levels of exhaustion in. God damn, boy.
Now,
Full hit points.
Alright.
But-
I'm checking something really quickly. Are you sticking with the group there, Erod, or are you kind of, doing your usual?
I'm doing my usual routine. Peel
Okay.
off a little bit.
Alright. Staying more behind them, in front of them?
To the side of them. I'm gonna try to find a nice tree to perch in.
Alright. In that case, Shalasha, you hear a conversation coming from the lady in front of you. It is 2 voices you recognize, one that you're seeking and the other one a bit more pointed that you've been trying to avoid for the last day or so. And it sounds like Zap and Domont are having a bit of a conversation.
I'm gonna immediately hold my hand
Why
up.
did it?
Quiet. And I'm gonna just... Zap is over there talking to Dermond. I'm not fucking going there. And I'm just gonna try and slink back out of sight.
Um,
Let me hold on to her for a bit. So I take her and I'm like, I have to do this to keep you safe. And I try to carefully put her in pocket dimension, but like,
this
As if
time
I'm
she
gonna put
does vanish.
yeah.
Alright.
Do I see the Zap is there? For my perch?
Yeah, you would also, like, he hears them a bit far. Like, he doesn't even make out the words at this distance. He just, can hear the voices muffled from a distance.
If I can see him, I'm getting an arrow trained on him.
I'm just gonna go and walk up.
Alright, yeah, you would be able to move to a position to see them. And it seems like, Domont is there. He's set up like a desk, and he looks like they're just having a conversation. Doesn't seem like they're overly rude or excited, but you also see on this table, it looks like you recognize the journal that Shalasha handed over. It seems like he's put that
Okay.
in front of Domont.
I'm going to go and walk up. Be like, hello there. Everything went according to plan. Did it?
Domont just, yeah, it seems like everything good. I'm glad to see you made it out. He dropped by partway through. He's still looking for some of your friends. Why don't I just let him do the speaking? This sounds like it's mostly between you guys. I'm glad I got to have this conversation, but it's really not my part here, so I'll be over there. Have my seat, please. And he steps out to the side.
Oh, that is so kind of you. And like, seriously, thank you so much for your help with this. Like, I know it was a bit of a crazier plan, but it worked. Bola is dead.
You just hear, I like don't want to move to the side. You just hear Zap just clear stuff. Just the seat, please.
And I sit down. Hello, I believe we don't have the pleasure of being acquainted yet.
No, we have
I go by
yet.
the name Askiel. I hold out my hand. My real name though is Frumhelda. So
He like gives your hand a look, and then he reaches out and puts his in yours and gives you a nice, decent shake. Zephyrus, nice to meet you.
Zephyrus, I've also heard people call you Zap. Do you prefer that, or?
It is a bit shorter, but please, I usually don't mind the pleasantries, but in this case, I have had the run-in with one of your companions not long ago. I may or may not have taken several efforts to have him removed, but something didn't seem right during our last encounter.
Yes, I have heard about that.
So if he is around, if you would like to come out, we can have a conversation, get to the bottom of everything. Same with the other one that I was in the head of. I wouldn't mind apologizing for that, but extreme times often call for extreme measures.
Unfortunately, I'm sure you can understand, but they are both a little bit terrified of you. I'm the only one that was willing to come up because I'm the only one who hasn't had a particularly unpleasant experience with you yet.
Well, I will be short, and he's going to put his hand to his throat, and his voice is going to magnify as he casts his spell. I have been around for a long time. I have talked with many people, I have done many things, and I have met more faces or names than I could possibly imagine, and I am sure you are in this area and you can hear me. So please listen. When we first met, I asked some questions, you were unable to provide answers. Things escalated, and then I tried to have you killed by one of your own friends in some sort of poetic justice, but you ran around like a fool. Now, I'm here. I have no fear of you, as I see you are a fool, and that is what spared your life. The Fae do not deal with buffoons or waste their time with nincompoops. Whatever you are, however you are messed up in this, I am sure you are harmless in your stupidity. But still, I see that you have managed to do something. I have this book and I took time to read it. I've considered reaching out to your employee, but I think it would be best to just have this conversation, figure out why you lied to me, and get to the bottom of this. Maybe you do hear the voices, maybe it is the Fae, and you haven't figured it out yet, but I have spent my life keeping them out of this place. I work meticulously to seal the portal. You do not understand or comprehend what you are doing, so please, come forward now.
I'll walk in.
Thank you.
As he's doing this, I can actually clear that up for you. I was talking with him earlier. He was just curious about the pond, and in the stress of the moment, he forgot that a Lich had spoken to him in his own mind.
A Lich.
Or a pseudo-Lich, as it will.
Like, as I'm coming around the corner, I'm gonna have my hands up. I still have the sword, like, jankily shoved into my armor.
Like, inside of your armor and not like a scabbard, like...
Yeah, like, I
put it
took,
through the pouch.
I literally took Buller's sword, and I don't have a way to make a sheath for it yet. That's what I was gonna do in the carriage ride. So it's like, kind of shoved in between my armor, wedged in however I can.
So I'm imagining it like shoved in the back of the breastplate and coming out underneath the breastplate in the
Yeah,
front.
like it literally looks like I've been like fucking awkwardly impaled.
You gotta remember, he's hollow. Like, technically,
know,
he
I
could
know.
just
Under
stuff
my
his,
collarbone.
his
You can
breastplate.
pull this off.
He just fills it with cheese in his free time.
You want some rats?
Where do you keep your rations? Inside the healer.
You just have a dope, like a cat scratching post inside.
Come here, pussy.
It's funny,
As-
still fluffy.
Sometimes when we're in a really hot place, we just hang strips of bacon on his ribcage.
As,
let it like dry
Alright.
out.
So you come out, and Zaphos does take his
Oh.
hand away, and he looks towards you.
I'm gonna keep my hands raised as like a. I'm not doing anything. We did get off on the wrong foot. I was a little caught off guard as you picked me up from the pond. I didn't realize how dangerous it still was. I was just looking around for my employer. And as for the voices, yes, I was a little caught up with the magical kidnapping, as it were. And once we started on our path, we came down from Red Bay, and we came across a tower. There was a powerful wizard that lived there, and
I don't
guess
need
it's-
all of this. I will ask it plainly. The
Long
voice
story.
you hear in your head.
it's a failed Lich that he's looking for the stone that he used, his failed phylactery, effectively. He's been...
So you have no connection to the Fae?
No.
None.
As far as I'm aware, the voice I heard in my head was not the Fae. I had no influence on my actions thus far.
Fantastic. In that case, I couldn't care less about you or your passings through here. Simply understand that some things have been going on, as you can see by the weather we are having. There are certain influences, and I am simply doing my part to keep them out of this place.
Of course.
If it means I have to break a few eggs, then I will break a few eggs, okay?
Of course.
Your friend, the other one that shot you, does he need an apology? He's the
No.
real only victim here.
I pressed my earring of sending. I'm like, did you want an apology? Or you good hiding out over there?
You know what? I wouldn't mind an apology. I'll climb down.
I am sorry for trying to make you execute your friend.
Thank you. That is much appreciated.
But you got to admit, was kind of fun.
Maybe just a little.
Fantastic. Okay, well,
I'm just gonna just look at Aaron and be like, you fucking cunt.
in that case, just to make sure there are no hard feelings, if you are ever by a Fae Pond again, consider my doors open. We have a couple of things that we do sell and stuff like that, of course.
Like spell spells.
Huh?
Spell spells.
Some, yes. At least I can also make. And if
Particularly
you find anything from the Fae, you bring it to me. I give nice discount. If it is true, I am not interested in rumors. So, with that, I have places to be. And he's gonna like click his feet together, and you see like wings come out of his boots, and he just
There's no place like home.
flies away.
well.
He was
I'm gonna
much,
watch, and once he disappears from sight, I like pop her back out.
he was much more civilized than I thought he'd be.
Yeah, and I'm
was
also gonna pick up the journal before Salsho can, and I'm gonna pop it into pocket space.
That was not the feral crackhead I encountered in the tower.
Well, I mean, you also weren't by the pond skulking about in a way that made him think, oh shit, he up to something
You
naked.
think I was skulking? I was literally walking by and I leaned over to look in the water.
Well, what's done is done. Let's just be happy, and bygones are bygones.
Yeah, I'm happy I didn't get fucking shot again. And you, motherfucker!
Hey, I'm a victim
You
in all
shot
this.
me!
I'm
Do
a
I get
victim
an
of
apology?
circumstance. I said sorry.
Yeah, with your bow.
So, I don't know about you guys, but I would like to head there, hand in this, and, see if I can get a spell scroll or two from that dude.
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I would love to actually rest, and Kerr looks dead on his feet.
Yeah, poor guy.
Dormond is like behind you guys, and there's other companions who've gathered as well, and they're just like politely waiting.
Great job, by the way.
Thanks for all your help. We,
No, it seemed like everything went well, and you all got out alive, so looks like things worked. By chance, did you happen to get my kite back?
Oh, no.
Unfortunately,
Sorry.
we saw that thing and it was like,
I didn't think I'd get it back, but you never know. Sometimes people have sticky fingers and things just, you know.
they were a couple spearmen jabbing at it, and I figured it wasn't the best time to come pop out of nowhere.
Now, I would invite you all to ride in my carriage, but it looks towards Cole. I'm gonna need a promise that nothing's gonna get broken, I'm not gonna get stabbed, those sorts of things.
Dormanda's doing
Dead
us a
on
big
its feet.
favor. Can you keep it in the armor for now? That's not to say that you won't be nemesis in time. Have great duels.
but
For
true.
now, play a little
Before we
civil.
hand in this quest.
How about I just ride on top?
Well, I was about to say I'm a lover, not a fighter, so.
I like this guy.
I know, right?
Dude,
I hate.
I'm 3.5.
You're legal.
You just. Shall you hear Croak say that's why he's not on bottom?
Go. Go. Go.
He just like whispers it in the back.
What?
Well then, sure
I'll
you can
learn
ride
it.
on
Well.
top. I'll stay on the inside. Or I'll make it there a-okay in one piece.
See?
Yeah. I hand over. I pull it out of my bosom and I hand it over.
Oops.
Still damp. You need to do
Love it.
something about that.
Leather does not breathe.
We all need a shower, too.
That's a pretty trinket.
It's a family heirloom we encountered.
You don't need to lie. You can just say, finders keepers. Instead,
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
We
Yeah,
took it off the
pretty
dead
much.
guy.
Yeah, it's all, yeah.
and you
Well,
just
It's a
start walking towards the path.
I'm gonna skip towards the towards
Also- Hate how much
Okay.
Tallard I see in him. Hate it.
It's his dad. And when he gets to the road, he's gonna put the thing down. And he's gonna back up. Looks
Hey,
at you
Dormont.
guys and he's gonna cover his mouth and whisper something. And he watches it.
Can I hear?
Nope. He specifically covered his mouth so you couldn't.
So I can't hear it?
When
He like whispers it and
Yeah.
like he's very very purposely making it. You can make a perception check if you want, but
Yeah.
he's actively trying to hide things.
Yeah, I got 4.
Yeah.
So even with it's like still.
And he like turns around,
still-
looks at you guys, gives a little count, pulls out another cart, puts it down.
Oh, I can just
Hooks
ride
it
my
up.
horse back.
So now
mean,
it
Or
is.
can't you just ride your mount? Or is that would that
Yeah,
take energy?
Mr.
out of it?
Fluffykins.
I honestly don't remember where we left him.
You disappeared him, I think. Can you do that with mounts?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a celestial
think I
mouse, so we
did.
could. Yeah, you could
I
if you
can't-
wanted.
I can't recast him though.
I think you should probably ride on,
But
on.
so what he
something.
has now is he has one carriage attached to the horses, and then he summoned another carriage that he's hooked to it. You know, but they're more tall than long, so it almost looks like the back one almost looks like a phone booth on wheels.
Fuck.
What? I made these myself. That was my first attempt at carving. What do you want?
I mean, still pretty impressive.
I would have done lattice work.
But thank you for all your help. Honestly, that was a huge. That was huge. That was huge. It was a really good distraction.
You don't need to be thanking me. I'm getting paid for this as much as you guys. And I didn't even need to kill anyone, so...
Lucky you.
Have you killed anyone before?
Me? I'm a bit of a softie, but... He looks over, like, the three other behind him, and they've, like, most have been keeping to themselves. They're, like, having their own conversation. They balanced it out.
You like to keep your hands a little clean.
I didn't say that.
Well, there's a difference between.
No,
Like,
please,
killing.
let me explain. And he walks towards you, and he puts his arm around you, and turns, and he goes, Drifter there runs about 3 times faster than I fucking could, so I ain't gonna catch him. Crux there, very good with a crossbow, not faster than that. And Ara there, just only see her coming. So there's only no point to me trying to compete with them. So instead, I give them pretty little toys, they keep me safe. But I think I could kill someone. You know. Or, if we count it by things made, blow you any out of the water.
I mean, I think killing people is not for everyone.
Crux at this point just like pushes you guys to the side and
Look
climbs
at
in.
you.
He's like, done.
I think it's important to be willing to do what it takes. And I'll just, like, follow him in. We getting on? You guys hanging around?
I'm
You
getting
can
the
walk.
big one. Climbs up on top to like guide the horses. Same with Drifter.
I climb into the first one.
I'm
So
gonna climb into the first one. I need a little space.
I cannot tell how old you are, but I'm wondering, like, is it more or less than 50?
it's not polite to ask those things.
Well, I'm just asking because I grew up in a family of artisans. I've made a lot of shit over the years.
I'm 26.
May or may not have you beat. But most of my things aren't as, oof. They're a little more like, and I flip my wrist and, like little raindrops, 3 different sets of hair and beard, little metal cuffs of filigree fall into my hand. That sort of stuff.
Oh, those are quite. May I? And he's gonna reach towards them. Pick them up, give them a look. Very quickly, who's getting in which cut? So Delmont got in the front, Crux got in the back one, and then the other 2 are guiding the horses on the front one.
I'm gonna get in the big one because I need room to work on making a sheath.
I'll get in the first one.
I was gonna get in the first one, so I guess,
Unfortunately, Corey, that means you're in the back with Crux.
Nap time.
I can go in the back one.
I'll get on the roof of the first one.
The roof of the first one.
I'll go keep Truck's company.
I was gonna look back at you and she's gonna say, if I see ya moving towards me,
I thought you were saying that to
you
me.
stay there.
You little shit.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
You literally are a fucking 4-year-old.
She's gonna like tap the monk, and she's gonna like throw gang signs at him, as you've seen like A-Rod and Assy do, and he's just gonna turn around and face you, and he's just gonna like sit cross-legged.
Where does your power come from?
And at this point, you guys do feel the carriage starting to go. So who is in the back one then?
I'm gonna get in the back one. What sort of vibes is Crux throwing off?
It's funny because this means you guys had a conversation, then A-Rod shows up, and you're like, okay, bye, bitch. You just
I imagine like I was
This guy.
walking with him on the way over there. Yeah, and I see A-Rod like climbing in.
Crux, he is heavy sleeper vibes.
Yeah.
He like got in, he's like he has a really big crossbow, and it looks like it has 3 different triggers on it, as well as it looks like it also has a giant bayonet that he's attached, and he's just put it in the corner, and he's like stuffed himself in here. His frame is really, really big in here, so he's almost like, you know, trying to lay back, but he's like stuck just sitting there.
Crux, hear me out. Put your feet up on the seat and let me curl up on your lap.
That's not happening.
Well, I tried.
Start the shot.
Hear
I'm
me
just
out.
gonna, like,
We're gonna play the quiet game.
oh, I'm terrible at that game. As
You
I'm
picked
sure
a
you
good
can
card.
It's alright. I'll give you a handicap. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a set of earplugs. Fuck yeah. Wake me when we get there, sweetheart.
Let me guess. Because you hang out with Dormund.
What?
Because
I throw some gang signs at him. It's like, you're cute when you're an asshole.
Pulled out a night mask.
I love him.
Quiet game. Good
I'm
luck.
gonna
Hope you
like that
win.
out the window. I'm gonna say, I got him to put in earplugs and put on a mask already. Is that a
That's a-
record? Oh, yeah.
That's a new record. I'm in the first carriage, just checking my equipment again and cleaning the blood off of my rapier.
Domond will, like, you know, he'll offer to give you guys a hand with that, you know. He's quite chatty when it comes to maintaining equipment.
Sure, if you want.
Actually, was
Well, I
wondering.
also would have left my weapons with you, A-Rod, if I know you're gonna be cleaning up yours to, like, clean my...
I'm gonna try to get fucked. Do my chores.
No, I figured not. I wanted to see how long it would take to piss him off, and then I'm gonna sleep. Because I did, in fact, ride through the night, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, Domon, you know, he'll just cast a couple of spells. He'll also pull out, like, you know, you guys have done like field like maintenance before, and you probably have like smaller kits to help with that. He unrolls like something twice the size, and then it keeps rolling. He has like more tools than you've ever fucking seen, and he like takes it and he hangs it on the side of the wall on the carriage where it has 2 hooks built for this.
Nifty.
Do you have any wands that can I like identify? I'm gonna reach in and just like I'm gonna free myself of this fucking sword.
Oh, you think I need a wand for that? You insult me. Let's see.
Not
He's
very
gonna just pick it up and he starts giving him a look.
This was Bowler's. I just don't want to get into something I'm not aware of.
And as he's doing this, he like flips down, you know. He has like... It's a little hard to describe.
The fucking Dragon Ball Z scanner.
Basically, right? But it's been like hidden behind his ear this entire time, and he like flips it up, and it's like this very fine wire, and it has like a little pearl, and it almost looks like a monocle with just pearls around it that is like chipped away and turned into this. Oh, yeah, that's quite magical. A little strange, though. Huh. Well, you should know that it is a... It does count as... let me get the exact weapon name. I think it's just like based on a short sword, but I'll double check. Because I don't want to scroll through my whole thing. I have its abilities, but I didn't write down the base weapon. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Dagger.
Scimitar. It is a scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
But it also has... It is a +1 scimitar.
Okay.
It has a couple of abilities. A couple times a day, it looks like you can... Once you are intimate with it or attuned with it, 3 times a day you're able to get the ability to sense heat. Gives you thermal vision. And it also looks like...
Is there a range?
Mhm.
Is there a range for the sense heat, or is that like a spell?
It'll just turn your vision into thermal vision.
Okay, I figured it'd have a range like dark vision is, like
No,
up
it
to
just,
6.
well, places, you know, so if you have dark vision up to whatever, it'll then instead thermal vision. It combines with whatever it is that you have. So you can do that once a day. You can also, 3 times a day, use a bonus action to increase your damage. Let me find the exact wording for this. So as a bonus action, you can channel 1d8 of your life, so you roll it. And that's how much damage you take when you activate the thermal vision, right?
Mhm.
The other thing is you can choose to take maximum damage, so 8 damage, and you get an extra attack that turn with your bonus action.
Sick.
And you can do that up to 3 times a day. You can take 8 damage for an extra attack.
So,
You can also, like I said, once a day, just roll the die, see what it takes, and you'll get thermal vision for up to an hour.
okay, so
Sorry,
the
not an hour, up to 10 minutes.
so the thermal vision is once a day, and then it's 3 times a day. You can take the damage to get the either attack
Max damage.
max damage.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's just a lot of words.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing.
Just a bit, though.
Yeah.
Well,
So, yeah.
thank you for helping with this. I'm just trying to now to find some leather and make a scabbard out of this. For it, even.
I mean,
Make a
if you
scabbard
want,
out of it.
I could probably throw something together for you.
If you don't mind, that'd be appreciated.
You should also know that this weapon does come from the Feywilds.
Good to know.
And he'll like, since he's holding it, he just like sets it, you know, quickly puts down a thing, sets this down, traces it out, flips it over, traces out the other side. And then just casts Mage Hand and gets it to start cutting for him.
Okay.
As he moves over and starts cleaning A-Rod and Assie's weapons. You know, he'll just politely chit-chat with you guys as you go. You know, the real hard part is getting him to stop chatting during this entire thing. But he'll mostly just talk about, you know, weapons, maintaining them, stuff like that. If you have any questions, let me know. But besides that, we'll probably just, you know, expedite getting to town if you guys don't have any questions.
How much was in the coin pouch? So I'm gonna divvy that up.
That one that the bowler has, quite a bit. It looks like most people that joined just handed their money over, so you're looking at about let me double check the numbers. There's 17 copper pieces.
We're rich.
There's 198 silver pieces. In gold, there's 11 pieces. Which,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
for a bunch of people coming together, the fact that there's 11 gold pieces amongst them really says something.
Yeah, like when A-Rod gave the one person a gold piece,
Yeah.
that was literally 11th of the gold they had in the entire place.
Yeah, and it went exactly the way it had to be.
And like I'm still carrying fucking all this gold on me. Ugh.
Then during the ride, at some point, I like reach down and toss 3 pouches inside the carriage. Each of them has 49 silver and 5 copper.
Thank you.
And what else?
Monsieur Doman, I assume this isn't for me.
And it also has like 2 gold.
She's in the other cart.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Have to wait.
I
then.
stick my head out. He can have mine.
No, please. He still has a vendetta. I don't need it.
But you helped. Everybody should get a cut.
I'm getting paid for this.
What was on the belt that I grabbed?
Do you want to identify?
Yeah, I've got time sitting in the cart. Like, he's not paying attention to me.
Fantastic. There's 2 potions.
Okay.
One is a potion of swimming.
Okay.
It'll give you a swim speed of 60 feet for an hour.
Okay.
And another is a potion of
might
water
as well
breathing.
do this.
That'll let you breathe water for an hour.
So potions.
So you're telling me that Bowler was just about to dive in that pussy?
Water
Wow.
breathing and swimming. Okay, cool.
He's like hiding in a fucking mountain and he's a potion of water breathing. Like,
I mean, to be fair, like Bay Pond, you know, maybe he thought gotta climb in that pond at some point.
Alright. Anything else that I can assist you fine folks with?
so
I'm
you
going to attune to Hertha, and that's it.
You want to attune to Hotha? Alright. When you do this, you'll become aware of the fact that she can sense people's, anyone that is living within a 5-mile radius. She's just aware of everyone in that radius. She can cast Suggest Person, and she can also cast Fog Cloud. You can't cast them, but you can always ask her to do this.
Okay.
asking is a free action.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when you do attune to her, she is able to talk into your head whenever she wants.
Okay.
So I chime in.
You know, but she does reassure you. She says, "Look, I won't talk much. Only when you need to hear something."
That sounds good to me.
We would like to spend some time cuddling with the sword.
Yeah, you want to attune to it as well?
Yes, please.
Alright. Fantastic. You can attune to Bolar's scimitar. And you will get a scabbard made by the time you guys do arrive.
I'm gonna name it the Throngler.
The Throngler. Domont will, after he finishes, that he will go, if you want to pay for materials, 2 silver.
I'll reach in. I'll scrap a gold.
Jesus Christ.
I appreciate the work. You helped us.
You know, one of my fathers is also just as bad with money. Just saying.
Tell me about yourself. We're on the road for a while, if you don't mind.
What would you like to know?
Where'd you grow up? Where did you... I'm assuming you're some sort of... I don't know the name for... I'm assuming you're not a wizard or anything like, but I know you can make things.
Yeah.
Is it something you picked up along the way? Does it just come to you naturally?
Well, as I may or may not have mentioned, I have two fathers. One of them is an avid storyteller who is quite good with magic. The other is a hunter by trade who also enjoys making things. As long as I can remember, he's always hunted things and crafted. So I kind of took the best of both worlds with them. And then, as I got older, you know, I've been on several hunting trips. We've always had a boat. We've gone up and down the coast. Grew up in Black Hollow, but also spent quite a bit of time down in Paravel, Lake Harbor. Had a couple of weird run-ins with a couple of people. You know, we have a bit of a collective friend group, and I decided, why not? You know, they made it, you know, between you and me. Only one of my fathers is a killer, the other's quite harmless. I figured I could make it. And so I did, but the first thing you need is friends, so... Met Ara there. Met Crux on the road next at some point, and Drifter... He doesn't really talk much, but we get along just fine. So we've been traveling together for a couple of years. Nothing too crazy, mostly just, you know, collecting bounties. Seems to pay the best. Doesn't really risk a lot either. This is actually probably the most out there job we've taken.
Yeah, I mean, putting a stop to a small army gathering is no small feat.
What about you?
Been on the road a long time. Just turned 718.
Jesus.
Been a long time wandering through Yun, looking for something. You know that weird feeling you get? You just have your intuition, and it's kind of pointing you in a direction, but you don't really know exactly what you're looking for. Trying to solve a puzzle, and it's you know the answer, but you can't quite see it.
I think most people just call that life.
There's always been kind of like a bright spot in my vision. I can turn any direction, and there's something guiding me. I don't know what it is, but it's always been there ever since I was a child. In my life, first couple years as a guard, doing basic patrols, swimming out to old ruins, my small town, and then just hit the road. Been on the road ever since.
And what about you? Same thing, just traveling along?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, you know, just blowing in the wind, seeing where it takes me. Nothing much to me.
Well, fair enough. And what about after this? Are you guys just continuing aimlessly, going back someplace?
Honestly, maybe working for Matthias, so maybe there's some work to pick up out west.
Well, west from here, nearest town would be Black Hollow.
I'll
I won't
up
check
just
it out.
around it, actually.
Are your parents still living in Black Hollow?
Not really. One of them passed recently, and the other one sticks to the boat. Doesn't like spending much time on land.
Or for your loss?
It happens.
And sorry, if you don't mind me asking, How old did you say you were? I thought you...
27.
27. Oh. You're still young. And out of character, he's a half-elf?
Seems to be. Looking at him, like, now that you really look at him, like, there's a couple of weird things, you know, like his ears are semi-pointed, but like his skin also has like almost like the faintest like bluish tinge, specifically like on his ears, as well as like his hair also. It seems, even though he like keeps it like kept back, he has the sides shaved, it almost like, you know, whenever you guys like hit a bump in the road, it like goes up and almost like waves like he's underwater for a second. It's just like, you know, it's like his hair physics break.
You are a very interesting person. It's not very often you see someone who's distinctive.
I wouldn't know about that. You just gotta get out more.
Been out for a long time. I've seen a lot of the world. I'm sorry, I don't mean to presume anything, but being so distinctive looking, do you age to maturity quickly? It sounds like you've been on the road for quite a while.
Such a strange question to ask.
Well, I mean, species who tend to live shorter, they generally find maturity quicker.
Well, I won't say I'm mature even now.
Okay. It's just like your aptitude with making things would presume, like, it's indicative of a fairly long history of practice.
Well, why don't we ask you? And he points towards you, Aod. What do you define as mature? How do you know you hit it?
It's an interesting question. I've been doing things since I was really young. I mean, I grew up doing a whole bunch of stuff, so I guess to the point where you could be self-sufficient. That's what I'd say would be maturity.
Okay, so I was mature at 16. But mentally, if you ask any of my partners, I've never really been quite to that point yet.
Do you think we'll be seeing more of you?
Depending on where you go.
I'd like to make your acquaintance face to face.
Sorry, what?
I'm gonna reach up and I'm gonna pull off my faceplate and I'm gonna pull back my cowl.
What the fuck? He looks toward you, Arod.
Yeah, it's alright. You get used to it. We call him Bone Daddy.
Bone Daddy?
Bone Daddy, yes.
I don't ask questions.
You mind if I like looks towards the window?
Like, what the fuck?
Do you mind if I?
Please.
Ah! Look at this! She like pops her head down. What the fuck? Puts her head back up. Jesus Christ.
I'm not certain if you are aware of exactly how long elves live, but they...
I don't think you're living. Like, I don't want to alarm you or anything, but I think that ship sailed.
Elves usually
Quickly,
live
is
to
he
about
breathing?
600, 650, sometimes 700. I found a patron who is willing to grant me leave. Pulling back to that beacon, it always haunted me. Could never find it. So I decided that I wanted to live until I found it. Found someone to grant me with unlife. One day I'll find what I'm looking for. Till then I can't really rest.
No shit. I guess.
One of the bonuses is you save a lot of money on food. And I'll like shift away my armor and it's just rattle on my ribcage.
Well, I mean, I guess, but
Sometimes we dry our socks on that.
you don't miss, like, anything?
Oh, honestly, not really.
And this
Never.
is how I know I'm not mature, because there's a couple activities I'm quite fond of. I don't think you could promise me 1,000 years, and I would take that deal.
One person I ever loved, there was a void developed, and I lost him a long time ago. My only other love is the road.
You tell me you love this shit?
I love what's to come. Maybe not spending endless hours walking on horseback, but there's always something new. There's always something over the horizon. Experiences, knowledge. I'm a big fan of architecture. I loved diving into old ruins and looking at other cultures, seeing what they could have seen. Always something to learn.
There's one way of looking at it, but you know, I like the mystery. I like just getting out there, seeing where things go, seeing what it is that I can do and what I can affect, and maybe leaving a mark on history, you know? I think that if you were to look at the world as a whole, no matter what, even you, who's going to live forever, odds are you're not going to see the end of the world. So the only thing you can really hope to do is to leave your mark. So then some poor fucker like you will sell their soul years later trying to understand what we did in that moment. So I don't think you need to live forever to discover something. I think you just need to figure out what it is you're gonna do. You know, figure out a way to leave your mark.
What I'm hoping this beacon is.
Well, let me ask this. You've been alive for 700 whatever years, right? Do you feel any closer to it?
Some days.
I don't believe that.
Some days I wake up and I feel like it's just around the corner. Maybe just fall out to the edge of town. Sometimes it's the edge of the road, just around the bend. Then some days it feels like I'm swimming across an ocean and it's over the horizon.
Sounds to me like you're lost and maybe you gotta change something. Now this isn't an intervention, but as someone that's partied hard, I've heard the same story in a very different context several times.
Honestly, I don't know
One
what to
more
do with
hit. One more go around.
What am I gonna die?
Well, you already fucking played that card, didn't you?
Exactly. It's what do I have left to lose?
Yeah. As much as I've enjoyed this conversation, I have appreciated meeting you. I want to take a bit of a sleep here. It's been a long day for me, but if you guys do stick around this area, you'll find us. We're usually around, or you can always drop by a Black Hollow, or, you know, ask about the earless elf. He usually sticks out in the crowd.
We'll definitely keep you in mind.
Same to you guys. Imagine that one. He points up at the roof. He probably sticks out too.
Like sword thumb.
The group of you kind of stick out.
So, about an hour or two away from Fey Pond, I want to try to climb out of my scout and onto the roof of the other one so I can get up next to Cole.
The
Alright.
fucking monk's just like,
You are able to do that, but yes, there is a weird dude with no ears staring at you. Judgment in his eyes.
I nod at him. Hey, I'll keep an eye on my lizard.
Like looks over his shoulder. You gotta sign to him. He ain't got no ears.
Does he know Kent?
Depends on
So
the
I
can.
asked him in Thieves' Cant if... Do you know Kent?
Yeah, he'll just give you, like, the thieves' can for you. Yes. Yeah.
I tell him, I'll watch my lizard. I wanted to watch the view as we approached Fay Pond.
He'd not turn around.
Yep.
Out of 10, how zonked is Kerr?
Yeah, Cole.
About as comatose as Justin is?
Yeah, pretty much. No, actually worse.
I was gonna say, fucking
I'm
2 days
going
left.
to try to sleight of hand the gem when we're like just half an hour out. But I'll bump you and smile at you and let you know that this is what I'm doing with like eyebrow movements. I'm gonna be like, hey, look, we're almost here. Exciting,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No. Maybe.
Don't worry, we'll
You're-
get you in a bed soon. You could go to bed, and
Really?
I'll go talk to Roderick, and
Thought I was too young.
I meant to sleep, honey.
Hmm. Just remember you're on a time limit.
I know.
Just take her. I don't think you have to like be sneaky about it around these dorks.
Oh well, yeah. I'll put you a little rock away from you. But I'm still gonna like try to sleight of hand it a little bit, you know, just like
Just to keep
tuck
it
it away,
sharp.
but make sure like nobody sees where I tuck it. Cause I tuck it nowhere.
Just whips it into the woods.
Yeet!
Let's do that. I take your gem and I fucking whoop.
Alright, and with that,
And I
you
wanna-
guys will be arriving at Fay Pond rather quickly.
Yeah, I want to fucking get to Roderick and get to the fucking. Actually, I want to go and talk to the guy, but I need money first.
But sadly, it is getting late, and there's a curfew,
God damn
much
it!
like with this game.
Oh,
So you
good
guys
Yeah,
are
what spells I wanted to grab again?
gonna have to go to bed. Level up to level 6.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
that's my boy.
And we will be ending this episode here. You know, as Domon's carriage pulls up in front of the Grumpy Hornet. And he just says, well, it's curfew time, so I'll catch you guys in the morning. Unless something comes up, in which case I'll be out here before you wake up. Nice meeting you guys, though.
Nice meeting you too.
And I hope you all have a good night in-game and out. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.